Hello everybody, it's Portly Paladin back here again with another video. Just giving you a little update. Feeling pretty decent today. Weighed in at 469. For those of you following, that means it's a net loss of 1 pound, but 2 pounds from last week. So that's okay. I'll deal with that. I wish I could have done better. I was really honestly aiming for 3 pounds this week because I wanted to be 2 pounds from 2 weeks ago, but you know what? 2 pounds total with a net loss of 1. I'll deal with it. It's fine. I'm not going to have any issues with that whatsoever. I do want to talk about a couple things today that I've been thinking about a lot lately. I've kind of thought to myself that I really need to change something right now. What I mean by that is not so much, what I'm doing in terms of exercise or diet or anything like that. Just with myself, I need to change something. Because I'm kind of noticing that this whole thing has turned into another way to hate myself. I guess the best way to kind of explain that is I have a decent amount of self-esteem with other people. So like if I'm in a public situation or something like that or social, I don't really have too many problems. I can usually deal with that and I'm okay. Even though I'm a bigger guy, I am cognizant of the fact that I'm a bigger guy, and I try to take care of that and sort of pay attention to it, but I don't let it get me down in more public or social situations. What I do end up doing a lot is chiding myself and getting upset with myself for the situation that I've put myself in, the fact that I am this big guy. So I get more upset with myself than I do pretty much anything else or anyone else. And I'm kind of noticing that with this diet situation, with doing this, I'm starting to get down on myself about it. So, for example, like last week when I gained a pound, that's really colored my entire week this week. I was very upset with myself. I was very down, very upset, very depressed, all over the fact that I gained 1 pound, and I don't like that. I don't know what to do to change it, but I don't like it. I don't like that I'm making myself feel that way. And nobody else is making me feel that way. Nobody's giving me pressure. Nobody's really pushing anything on me. It's all me. It's internal. So I've really got to kind of sit down and think about that for a while, hopefully soon, and kind of come up with a solution for that, because I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Alright, well, this week is going to be a short episode, a short video, because I only have one more thing to tell you, and that is your food segment of the week. You know what? That's wrong. I do want to talk about one thing before I get to the food segment. The thing I want to talk about is actually, I want to talk about my friend Will. Will is a bigger guy like myself. He's a bigger black guy, and I know he's had some struggles and he's been working on some things, and I applaud him for that. He actually stopped me at the game store the other day and to tell me that he's been watching my videos. So, hey Will, how's it going? Shout out to you, buddy. And he was kind of telling me that even though he's not really following Weight Watchers and not necessarily following everything that I do, he is looking at my videos and toward my videos for inspiration, which I love, and I really appreciate that. It really kind of keeps me going. It keeps me motivated to keep doing these videos, and keeps me motivated to keep doing what I'm doing. So I kind of wanted to throw it out there to you guys. If any of you out there watch these videos and you are taking anything from the videos that you are kind of incorporating into your own weight loss program, let me know, because it kind of keeps me going. And hi, look, it's my cat. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to the people. Look, they're over there. See ya. Say hi. Alright, guess not. Never mind. Anyway, if you are doing something that's keeping you motivated, based on what I'm saying, go ahead and continue doing that, and let me know about it. Just sort of post on a comment, send me an email. You can send it to theportlypaladin@gmail.com, or your other option, the other thing I kind of want to start doing, which I got sort of inspiration for this from my wife on her makeup blog, is if there's anything that you have questions about, any cooking tips or any sort of tips in general, or any questions you have in terms of your weight loss program. I'm not going to assume to be an expert, bad grammar. Shame on me. Anyway, I'm not going to be pretend to be an expert at all on weight loss, but since I have sort of dealt with this a lot, and I've seen several nutritionists throughout my life because of my issues, I do have some unique insight. I've always said for a very long time that if you want to know what you should do, ask a fat person, because a fat person probably knows better than a skinny person, because they've had to deal with it for most of their lives, most likely. And while they may not pay attention to that advice, they at least know what you should be doing. So if you do have any questions, go ahead and send them to me, and I'll make sure to go over them in a future video. Now, on to the video of the food segment of the video, rather. And I just can't talk today, so I apologize. What I am going to talk about today is something that I'm actually working on right now in the kitchen behind me. I can smell it, and it smells great. It's going to be my lunch for the next couple of days. What I did is I took a couple of cans of black beans, drained those and rinsed them well to get all that sort of starchy gush off of them, get them all nice and clean. And then in a pan, I chopped up a very large onion, a good fist size, if not larger, onion. I diced it up real good, threw it in with a little bit of olive oil, maybe about a tablespoon, not a whole lot. Couple of pieces of celery that I chopped up, diced up really well, and crushed some garlic into that, sort of sauteed that off until it was nice and aromatic and all the vegetables and everything were soft. Threw in some spices, and again, this is not going to be a recipe. This is just what I did, and it's something that I like. I threw in some ground cumin. I threw in a couple bay leaves, a little bit of thyme, and salt and pepper. Cooked that together a little bit. Once that was sort of cooked and I could start smelling all those spices, I threw in a taco seasoning, just store-bought taco seasoning. A lot of times I like to make my own taco seasoning. You can find recipes online, but in this case, I just bought a package. I sprinkled that in there, kind of cooked that a little bit. It's always good to cook spices in a little bit of oil, because sometimes there are oils and things in the spices that will not get released in just liquid like water. So to cook it in a little bit of some sort of fat, oil, butter, whatever, before you actually add any liquid, it's always a good thing. I always recommend you do that. So I did that quickly, and then I poured in the beans as well as 2 cups of water, and I added some chicken base to it just for a little extra flavor, about a tablespoon. Stirred everything together really well and brought it up to a simmer, and it's simmering away in there right now. I'm going to let it simmer probably for about a half an hour. Once it's done simmering and that liquid has reduced by about half, I'm going to mash the bejesus out of it with a potato masher, make sort of like a refried bean mash mixture, if that sort of makes sense. Just mash it really good. And I found some really nice low-carb, low-point tortillas at my local store. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of that mixture inside of the tortilla, roll it up like sort of like an enchilada, have a little taco sauce over the top, a little fat-free sour cream, and that is going to be a good lunch. The beans, half of a can is about 3 points for black beans. I use 2 cans, so it's going to be 4 lunches probably for me. Each lunch is probably going to be roughly 7 or 8 points. For 2 of these little burritos with some of these beans on the inside, and then the taco sauce is 0 points, and the fat-free sour cream, half cup is 0 points. So it's going to be a nice little sort of spicy, exciting, different lunch for me that's not going to be very many points. So just kind of wanted to throw that out there. And now that I'm done with that, I remembered one more thing I want to talk about. The thing I want to talk about, actually, I just forgot again. I do apologize. Give me a second to think about it. I'll mumble here for a minute while I'm thinking, and I think I lost it. So I guess I'll just have to remember that for next time. So there we go, folks. We're done with this week's update. Do not forget to keep waging the war against your waistline and keep fighting the good fight. We'll see you next time. I am the Portly Paladin. You guys have a good